Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Roads with me, Break It Dawn. Let's go talk to Uncle Noorn, and then we'll make another pass around Corda and see if there's any new quests for us. Kaya DJ, Uxwa. I know you can use magic, Uncle Noorn. Uncle Chortles. Hey, what are you talking about? I wish. If I had Sister Acacia's magic, I'd have books floating into their places here in the library. Real quick. I wonder if we can still travel to the meeting place and possibly get the books without the meat. I know it's crossed out, but I'm assuming it's still revealed on the map. So maybe we can double dip. Still get the books and not use stolen meat for it. Large empty water bottle, scrap, and radio parts. We do need to return to Southern Cross. Mushrooms and $98. Hot dog. And remember to speak to Siobhan. From the shade of the tree line, you spot a tall man with a rifle slung on his back in the clearing ahead. He muffles a gasp and stays low beside you. I don't think he's supposed to be here. Let's try to do this without spilling any blood, okay? Try to talk to him. Made a mistake trying to sneak up on me. He raises his voice. I've got someone here. A voice in the distance tells him to bring him to the campfire. He nods at you. You heard the boss. Out into the open now. A scenery, scar-littered woman steps out from the tree line, smirking as she speaks. So, you finally showed up. Wait, who the heck are you? A snarl creases her face when she properly looks at you. Seems Uncle Noorn has found another jerk to send my way. You know, when he'd show up himself, he'd give me a friendly handshake and tell me to get ready for a good trade. Let's see how this one turns out, shall we? Now what do you want? You're obviously not here for a nice little chat. What's your problem with Uncle Noorn? She frowns. Well, he thinks he's a know-it-all cursed by a cruel world with cruel people. Oh, and he's got someone's kid killed. Besides that, good bloke. But how? All Uncle Noorn does is trade with you, right? Noorn gave us contaminated water, and one of the kids had a bad reaction. The boy was struggling to do anything. He couldn't even sleep most nights. And just as he started looking better, he... Her body shivers and gestures wildly as she speaks. I was about to take care of him, of all of them, but I let my guard down and let some old geezer kill a 4-year-old boy. We should have broken his kneecaps and let him die in the bush all those years ago. The more we learn about this Uncle Noorn guy, the less I like him. Let me repay Uncle Noorn's debt. I have this room meat and some goods I can part with. Sorry, no can do. I'll return to my people and tell them to forgive the man who took a part of our community away. Now what are we doing? Try to trade with the scabbies. We just want to trade for Uncle Noorn. How about no? If we can't get to Uncle Noorn, then we'll send a message by killing you. Get him. I don't know what to do. They're just as much victims of Uncle Noorn's scummy ways as we are. Let's try to do it without bloodshed. That's what DJ recommended anyway. Wait, just take the kangaroo meat free of charge. I'm not taking a fight for Uncle Noorn. She lets out a surprised laugh, putting her hands up in the air. Makes sense Uncle Noorn would employ spineless people just like him. But I'll bite. Hand over the kangaroo meat. Spineless? You guys didn't have a chance. She bows. Pleasure doing business. Tell Uncle Noorn it's his lucky day. With a wave of her hand, her crew follow her back into the bush.
I can't believe that just happened. At least we didn't have to fight the fuckers. Quick thinking, mate. Here's hoping Conk Noorn agrees.
Runs a hand through his hair. He exhales. If DJ hadn't said to do this bloodlessly earlier, I definitely would have fought him there. But the story about the 4-year-old dying, that did make me far more sympathetic with them. Return to Corda. I wasn't done exploring. There's stuff to loot. Now I have to make that trek all the way back. So we keep getting these failed parts of quests, and I'm curious if maybe I still have the correct skills to succeed, because we also had the quest with Mari, where I had to recruit the 3 people here. And I failed, I think, 2 of those. Getting Ngama and Karak. I wonder if they're meant to be failed, or if you need a certain skill to do it. Akaya DJ. Buxwa. We're back from the trade, Uncle Noorn. Oh, Deadly, you're back. DJ, Notch? Or what? He frowns. Sorry, Conk. I got nothing for you. What? No, it can't be. How you got no books for me, and no Yanga Darch either? You got swindled, you idiots. If you hadn't gotten a kid killed, we wouldn't be empty-handed. I let them rob us so we would live. Uncle takes another look in the bag, and tosses it aside. Now I got no new books for my library. See, DJ? If you'd cleaned your ears out and heard me properly, saying, go on your own, you wouldn't be in this situation. Now screw off. I don't want to look at you. Even if DJ went by himself, the same thing would have happened. And since he was by himself, he's probably more likely to get killed. Auntie's muttering to herself, and looks up sharply as you and DJ approach. I need help with something, and it's very important. Dangerous, too. Auntie's gaze bores into DJ. Listen, there's a Wara here in Corda, stealing and messing with the spirit of the Buja looking after us. It needs to be sent away before something bad happens. Consistent Wetch Norch Ye. No one looking after the burning in Bunuru, and this let Wara in. So a bad thing. I don't know what wern means. She huffs out a sigh. DJ, please do a big smoking ceremony to chase it away from us. Uncertainty tempers the excitement in his voice. Mom Yak, I never done that before. What I need? Go and get a metal bucket, put the paper bark in, and some dry leaves to spark the fire. Once it burns up, sprinkle the bulgur resin on it for a nice smell, and to make that smell stronger, put on some fresh peppermint leaves to smother the fire. Then sprinkle it with water to smoke it up even more. Auntie gives him an appraising look. Good practice for you, bub. You need to learn how to do it. What's a smoking ceremony? Smoking ceremonies are used for many different things. To cleanse your spirit, to cleanse a space, to protect you, and to chase away bad spirits. What's a Wara Wern? A Wara Wern is a bad spirit with no good intentions. You have to be tuned into the spirit of Buja to feel it. They come now and again, if people not respecting Buja or their own spirits. How long has the Wara Wern been around for? I'm not sure, bub, but I saw something strange going on here, and I've been following that Wern. Strange weather disrupting our crops. Animals are acting weird. There's a funny smell lingering. and I feel no good and unsettled. All signs of unbalance that we can't explain. Can a werewolf hurt someone? It can disrupt your mind or your environment, which can cause you harm. You have to keep your mind mortgage, strong or solid, to force it to leave you alone. Bye. I, Kirkurt, yay, get rid of it, bub. Alright, I'm assuming these are all just right above us. Oh, maybe they can tell us. Yeah, here we go. Do you know where I can find some bulgur resin? She rummages around on a nearby shelf. I have some, of course, as it's always in high demand, so put it to good use. So much good stuff comes from the bulgur tree, and I love the smell of the resin. So invigorating. Do you think Uncle Noorn can use magic? She strokes her chin. Well, I'll just say that Uncle Noorn is a lot of things and not all good things. But Karak knows him well, so maybe go ask him. Maybe Karak has a bucket for us. Alright, Auntie turns her wave into a gesture asking for an update. Hiya. What now, Warowernwa? Do you think Uncle Noorn can use magic? She shakes her head. Nah, fat chance. Noorn's a winyarn, who's doing the bare minimum and wants a round of applause. If he had magic, he'd be a lot better off than he is. Have you seen any other spirits? Auntie chuckles. Bub, I've seen and felt some things you don't want to know about. You wouldn't be able to rest well at night, if you know what I mean. What was Auntie Wetch like? Sister Wetch was the one that took care of our burning around here, Niorn. It's sad, sorry, tragic. Auntie looks down at her scarf, runs her hand across the shimmering fabric. I miss our little catch-ups with our tea and yarns. Alright, do you think Uncle Noorn can use magic? Uncle rubs his back. I've heard on the mob grapevine you've been asking others about this. I don't think Noorn can use magic, but if you have any suspicions, go and talk to Noorn directly. Do you think Uncle Noorn can use magic? She smooths out her skirt. Put it this way. I know a lot of people with magic and don't think Noorn is one of them. Keep your nose out of things that don't concern you. Hey, Auntie Acacia, have you seen Mari? Mari's resting up at my house because she isn't feeling well. But don't worry, she'll be right soon. Because us mob at the council will make sure she is looked after from now on. Gives you a comforting smile. Is Mari unwell because of Uncle Noorn? She raises a hand. Pull up. Mari's business is her own, and not mine to tell. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can confront Uncle Noorn about his magic usage. Okay, so we need a bucket, paper bark and dry leaves, peppermint. Not a big fan of peppermint. Iron Gamma, tell us where to find peppermint. Or not. Alright, there's a peppermint leaves. Alright, so we need a metal bucket. I think we'll head back to Meriden for that. I also want to go back to... was it Enuin? Finish exploring that. Let's do that first. I'll move right here and just go ahead and... withstand. Hang out for a minute. Oh, so I'm gonna go after my main character. A hunting rifle and some dollars. Dollars, a large water bottle, and an SR-98. Dollars, bandages, and a spiked club. Oh, there is more loot here. Huh, maybe I've been not as thorough as I should be with these random encounters. Oh, there's nothing there. Alright, maybe not. If they're still here, they'll probably attack us. But, then again, maybe not, since we're not here for Noorn. Here on our own. Animals around here. There was a thing we could loot back this way, right? I think it was this rock. Alright, I do believe that's everything. Let's head to Meriden next and see if we can find a bucket. And then we'll swing by Southern Cross and turn in the radio parts. And we should probably talk to everyone else in Southern Cross again and see if another quest popped up. It seems like you get one quest. At least in Corda, we get one quest, we can speak to someone else, get another quest, and keep helping out the town. Hey, Mick's back. Hey, mate. For someone who's been in a coma, he looks decidedly unrested. Have you got a second to chat? Sure. He nods for a quiet moment. While I was out of it, I had some strange dreams. I don't know what else they could have been. They felt real, but... He raises his hands and drops them again. Anyway, what it comes down to is this. He squares his shoulders and faces you directly. What do you think is the difference between a good person with bad impulses and a bad person with the impulse to do good? Yeah, maybe self-control. But if they don't act on the impulses... And they may not even out in the end. I don't think this is true either. I'm not a huge fan of any of these responses. But we'll say self-control. And when that runs out, he looks at you like a man dying of thirst, staring at an oasis shimmering on the horizon. Hold on to the good, what you want to be, and take steps towards it, just one step every day. That's assuming I know what I want to begin with. Falls quiet, the turbulent sea of his thoughts carrying him away. I've got to go get my head straight. See you around. He walks off towards the marketplace without looking back. Talk to DJ. We've done a few quests with him. I'm assuming we have...
Hey, good. How can I help? Border.
I assumed incorrectly. Alright, did someone sell a bucket? Alright, got ourselves a metal bucket. Let's see if we can go talk to Mick. Then I went to the marketplace. I'll see him. We may also have what we need to release Connor McCabe. To release him, we need... We can try this. So I've had a small saw. I've got this other saw. We have a saw blade. The handsaw didn't work either. So who has a small saw we can find? We got the yeasty sandwich we need to put the saw inside of. Alright, let's make our way back out of here. We can head to Southern Cross and turn in the radio parts. Could also pay his fine, but I don't want to spend money on that. I'm hoping that when we free Connor McCabe with the saw and sandwich, the Dead Ringer is also freed, so we complete that quest too. We'll keep DJ in the party since we're still doing his quests. She continues to pace, but glances up at you. What do you want? I've got those radio parts you asked for. Awesome. She takes the parts and puts them away neatly in the top drawer of her immaculate desk. Go talk to Anthony. If I have something he can give you as compensation or whatever. Matter of fact, she taps her chin, narrowing her eyes at you. If you're willing to help me out again, I have something that'll tickle your fancy tucked away somewhere in this lightless hellhole. Lightless hellhole? You haven't noticed that I'm running 50-year-old fluoros and crap all in the way of computing power. She gestures sharply around the room. All because someone's string theory outranks my practical research. Stupid panels, I'm telling you. Research by committee. She smooths the air in front of her and breathes out slowly. That's not important right now. Focus. I need you to find the person who's sabotaging the electricity. I'm pretty sure it's Lily, but I can't prove it. She's sneaky. Why me? The others know I'm looking into her motives. They'll say I'm just being a bully again. You're a neutral third party. If you rat her out, they'll have to believe you. Wait, being a bully again? What else have you done to this poor woman? Nothing. She glares at you. Okay, once I put laxatives in her herbal tea, but in my defense she was humming during breakfast. It was really annoying. You just carry laxatives around with you, for breakfast. Look, sometimes the girl's gotta go, and sometimes the old bathroom needs a bit of a kickstart. Don't make this weird. Bathroom wasn't a good replacement. Why do you suspect Lily? She's from that community with the giant silos. She raises her hand to head height. Bunch of religious lunatics. Well, they've asked us to stop looking into their so-called magic several times. Since we said no, I'm guessing they sent a saboteur. That's Lily. Alright, I'll go talk to her. She holds up a hand to stop you. Mate, this is a free country. You can't just go around asking people if they're saboteurs. You've got to be discreet. You get it? Probably. They ask me why I don't like working with contractors. Because they charge a lot by the hour? You've got a lot of nerve, Anthony Hannon. She's waving the book you gave to her at him. Getting a stranger to do your dirty work. His eyes dart nervously from the faraway book to you and back again. Listen, Siobhan, I can explain. It was pretty boring, if I'm being honest. She flips through the pages, then shrugs and hands it over to Anthony. He accepts it automatically, seemingly in shock. But thanks to your little friend here, she waves a hand at you, answering the question of whether or not she realized they weren't alone. I also know why you wanted me to read it. She puts one hand on her hip and cocks her head to the side. Next time you've got something to say, come tell me yourself. Okay. He looks at her as if memorized by a dangerous snake. She rolls her eyes and holds out her hand. Come on then. You're waiting for me to get on my knees and beg. I'm not that kind of girl. Although, maybe I could be persuaded. He takes her hand as she jerks him towards her and gives a quick grin. Let's go make a mess, Tony. Please don't call me that. Okay, I was told there'd be an award for me bringing this radio parts in. We don't have time for this. I want my stuff. Wait, need anything else? Yeah, you found that saboteur yet? Are you sure there's a saboteur? What? Think I have so much spare time that I sit around making up stories? She rolls her eyes. You want bullcrap? Go talk to Anthony. I only deal in objective truths. I'm not going to speculate on who it is yet, because we haven't talked to anybody yet. He gives you the warmest of smiles. Hello again. Siobhan said you'd have a reward for me. He blinks slowly. What? I brought her some radio parts she wanted. You said you'd have something for me. Ah. He pauses. That tells me nothing, actually. Rummages around in the van behind him. I don't see a van. Here. A copy of a copy of a copy. He waves his own book at you. You'll be in good company. You want to buy it back off me right now, or...? He sighs. Have one with pictures, if you would prefer. Are you calling me a dummy? How you feel about your intellect is your problem, not mine. Now, you want the book with pictures or not? I could be antagonistic, but we need toys for the kids and, what's the name of that place? I know that the Tin Man lives there. Yeah, okay. He hands it over without comment. Anything else? These are all quest items. Is this what he gave us? Alright, either way, I'm not going to do any more quests for Southern Cross right now. I want to go finish the quest for Corda and complete that quest chain. Seems like they're setting up DJ to be an important member of that community. So we'll finish that and see what happens. Plus, I'm hoping that at the culmination of those quests, we get the item that Auntie and Casey was making with the fur. And hopefully it's a really cool shirt of some kind. I could look around for a small saw here, but I've done that before. I didn't manage to find anything. Alright, by the way, I'm going to call it here for now. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.